the information I get, teaching is said to be a wonderful career. It's fun to make a difference in the youth. However, it's also a career that includes challenges that not many are aware of. In addition, while there are challenges in the classroom, there are many challenges. The 5 employment issues among teachers in the Philippines. The first issue is the lack of funding. One of the current educational issues facing teachers today is the lack of funding. Unfortunately, unless you are working at a private school, public or independent schools across the country often encounter issues with funding. When schools encounter budget issues, the first step is to reduce pupil to teachers ratio, which directly impacts the scholar's learning. Teachers face a growing number of students per class, which prevents them from providing crucial one-on-one attention. The result is lower student achievements and satisfaction. The second one issues is the disciplining student. Disciplining student is a challenge in the classroom and can be a timely, emotionally taxing process. While you're guaranteed to have delightful children in your class, it's not uncommon that you'll encounter students who lack good manners and are disrespectful. Disrespectful students can kill your love of teaching, but you also have to be careful in the way you go about dealing with disruptions and disciplining students. The third one issues is understanding the different learning challenges among students. Regardless of the class or students you are teaching, there will always be a diverse set of learning abilities that demand your attention. Given that there are 8 learning styles, a teacher has to think outside the box when it comes to meeting the needs of each of their learners. Different teaching strategies satisfy and stimulate learners in various ways, and as a teacher, you're required to put in extra hours and effort to meet their needs. However, once a teacher develops these strategies, they are rewarded with empowered and thriving learners. The fourth issue is the endless paperwork and extended working hours. If you remember anything from your school years, it's the fact that teachers were always up to their neck in marking and grading papers, and sick days are not always an option. Unfortunately, marking papers isn't a task performed during teachers' hours, which often leaves teachers marking once the day has ended. Paperwork involves accounting for the growth of your students by tracking their progress throughout the year. In addition to teaching, notes, individual evaluation need to be recorded, and this is often a task that requires extended working hours. And the last issue is the pressure from school administrators. Teaching has become a super competitor industry which requires teachers to be thinking out of the box constantly. Competition applies to those in the school, with a lot of teachers feeling as though they need to achieve greater things each year. On top of the competitions, teachers are solely responsible for students' development, growth indicators, and disciplinary factors. These factors put a lot of pressure on a teacher's shoulders. Our teachers make many sacrifices every day. They are always there for the students and they fulfill their responsibilities as teachers. So we just have to